Hi everyone, my name's Dave.
And I'm Josh.
And today we're going to be chatting about the EPC rules that are coming into effect. We'll be speaking to Josh, who's going to be telling us all about the new changes and what we should expect. Okay, Josh. So, what are the changes?
So, as most of you will know, EPCs are energy performance certificates. You have to get them done every 10 years. They came in around about 2007, 2008, and they're those brightly coloured things you get when you buy a house or let a house out. From April 2018, they're bringing what's called the minimum energy efficiency standards, which sounds very complicated, but basically that means that properties have to be E or above. The scale goes from A all the way down to G, so properties will have to be in E or above from April.
Okay, so which properties does it apply to?
So basically, any property in the domestic rental sector in England or Wales, or if it's on a lease between 6 months and 99 years. So without an E or above, you're not allowed to renew a tenancy or start a new tenancy if it's below that sort of E mark.
Okay, so does that affect current tenancies or new tenancies?
So from April 2018, it's new tenancies or if a current tenant wants to renew their contract. So basically you can't write up a new tenancy agreement and have someone move into property if it's E or below.
Right.
But from April 2020, it will be anything. So even if you've got a tenant in there, they're halfway through a tenancy, if it's less than E, you're going to have to make them improvements. And if you do have a tenant in a property that's E or below, there could be up to £5,000 fine for the landlord.
Right,
so
okay.
something we've definitely got to watch out for.
Really? Yeah, it really is. So if it is lower than an E, what can be done?
So, first thing to do, I would definitely advise is go and get a new EPC done, because they change, different people have very slightly different markings for it, but get a new one done and find out exactly what your up-to-date EPC rating is. After that point, every single report, if you've ever looked at one, they give you lots of advice on what you can do to improve it. Even if you're already like a B or a C, it'll still give you those sort of steps that you can improve it. And also linked in what's called green deals, which is where you can sometimes get finance from the government to help bring these sort of property standards up that we need. So useful to just have a look on that. I mean, if you've got one at home, take a look and see what you can get off that.
Lots of good advice there.
Yeah.
So, are there any exceptions to the clause?
Well, I'm learning about this myself as well. So there's quite a few things that can lead to exceptions, but it all depends on the circumstances. So one of them is what's called devaluation. So if the work that needs doing is going to cause too much damage or devalue the property by more than 5%, then your property could become exempt from that work. Obviously, it's on an individual basis, but it is something to consider if it's going to bring that value down. Another one, quite a straightforward one, is consent. If you can't get consent from a higher landlord, from a management company, from the leaseholder, something like that, then there's nothing that can be done. You need that consent from whoever's in charge higher up. It may then go on to them to make things better. It depends on the circumstances again. And a funny one is cost. Obviously, it's going to cost a lot of money to make improvements, but it has to be cost effective. If you can't pay that back within 7 years or get it through this green finance, then there's not going to be any point in doing it.
Exactly.
So it'll all depend on what needs doing specifically to your property to bring that level up. It can be as simple as just putting some new energy efficient light bulbs in, that can get you a few more points, or double glazing a new boiler. It really does depend. And then the final one is listed status. Well, I know we've got a few properties on who are various categories of listed building, and you can't do certain things to those, so they become exempt from the EPC rules anyway.
Okay, so lots of information there. Thank you very much, Josh.
No problem.
If you guys have any questions at all, you can contact us on 01524 843322, or you can email us at lettings@jdg.co.uk. Thank you very much.
Thanks, see you later.
Bye bye.